You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. Just after 3 p.m. today, a structure fire was reported near Power Line Road in Leslie. We go now to Fire Chief Scott Lewis for more information.
Just after 3 p.m., Pahrump Fire Rescue is dispatched for a report of an unknown type fire. The initial location was listed as the area of Power Line Road in Irene. As crews were responding, a deputy notified dispatch that in fact was 2 working trailer fires that were used as fixed structures. As crews arrived on location, they found the area to be frequented by transients. There was a heavy fire condition. Obviously, there's no fire hydrants in the area. There were no life safety issues. Crews quickly controlled the fire with no further extension. The investigation is initially showing that it's most likely an intentional act, and crews continue the investigation.
More news now. An F-16 fighter jet crashed around 10:40 this morning near the desert town of Trona in Death Valley. The pilot safely ejected and is in stable condition. The aircraft was assigned to the United States Air Force Thunderbirds out of Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, and the cause of the crash is under investigation. In today's Daily Arrest Report, a person in Walmart in Pahrump was doing some Christmas shopping but decided to bypass the cash registers.
On December 2nd at approximately 3:54 p.m., officers were dispatched to Walmart for a report of a shoplifting in progress. According to the report, Walmart's asset protection team observed a white adult female, later identified as Harley Beckett, entering the store with a shopping cart and immediately began loading numerous items into it, including handfuls of clothing, Christmas merchandise, and various general goods, all without checking prices. Beckett then proceeded to bypass the checkout line, but was stopped near the exit by loss prevention. She attempted to provide a receipt from a prior shopping trip, which did not match the items in the cart. Beckett was detained while loss prevention awaited the arrival of the officers. The stolen merchandise recovered from Beckett totaled $1,425.53. She was taken into custody and transported to the Nye County Detention Center, where she was booked for burglary of a business and grand larceny.
All right, now it probably won't come as a surprise to you, but Las Vegas is the most burglarized city in the entire state of Nevada. Our neighbors just over the border in California have one of the highest rates in the country. News 25's Haley Grabby has the full report.
Safewise has released new data showing which cities experience the highest rates of burglary and how much criminals are stealing in the process. According to the report, Las Vegas ranks as the #1 most burglarized city in Nevada. Many of these crimes involve businesses such as stores, banks, and other commercial properties. However, a significant portion also comes from residential break-ins. As a result, homeowners say they've turned to security systems like Ring and ADT, which use built-in recording software to help capture the video of the crimes as they happen. The report also highlights Vernon, California, which recorded 110 burglaries despite having a population of just 208 people. That averages out to be 53 burglaries for every 100 residents, which is one of the highest rates in the country. While many people rely on professional home security systems, others choose to monitor their homes on their own. Some use guard animals, while others depend on firearms for protection. Safewise estimates that in 2024 alone, people lost around $6,000 each on average in stolen property. Beyond the financial cost, victims often face emotional damage as well, especially when stolen items hold sentimental value. Recovering from that loss can take a long time. Safewise recommends installing security cameras as one layer of protection, noting that while they won't stop every crime, they can help deter some burglars and provide valuable evidence.
And coming up tomorrow, Thursday, December 4th, it's the Armed Forces Chamber Veterans Resource Fair happening in downtown Las Vegas. The hope is to get those that may have missed court dates for whatever reason to get back on track. Judge Matthew Walker was in the KPVM TV studios recently and has more info. Chris Palermo here on News 25, and we are so delighted to have Judge Matt Walker from the court right out of downtown Las Vegas. Judge, welcome so much for coming out to Pahrump and News 25.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
All right, so we have a special event coming up December 4th. You want to assist veterans. Now, this is, let's say, specifically a legal-centric kind of event, or we are also talking about social services you could maybe assist them with?
That's correct. It's more of a holistic event. We're calling it a resource fair.
Okay.
We're going to have vendors in to provide connections to services, but we're hosting it in the court as an idea to marry those two things together. Anyone that has armed forces service to back them, in an armed forces service background, and has open cases in Las Vegas Municipal Court that they need help addressing. Maybe they have obligations that they haven't satisfied, financial obligations, court obligations, and they're just not sure what to do with their case to get things back on track. We want to see those folks come in. They may have cases in warrant. Maybe they missed a court date and they're not sure how to approach that. We want to see those folks come in and give them a chance to get back on track.
Inaugural event, right?
It is, yeah. This is the first time we're hosting an event of this type. Municipal Court has bench warrant quashing events in the past, but those are primarily aimed at indigent defendants.
Okay.
I preside over our Veterans Treatment Court, and so one of the things as the presiding judge over that court is I want to help armed forces veterans that maybe don't qualify for our court, but that could still use assistance in our criminal justice system. And so we kind of came up with this idea of doing a veteran-centric case management an event.
So I'm guessing now, with coming here on News 25 and coming out and taking your valuable time coming to Pahrump, the big thing is the outreach.
Absolutely.
To let people know. So we're going to continue, but I want you to just give us the basics: where, when, and what exactly is going to go on when they go out there.
Right. So the event's going to start at 10 a.m. on December 4th. It's going to be at Las Vegas Municipal Court. That's at 100 East Clark, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the big courthouse right across from Las Vegas, City of Las Vegas City Hall. When they come in, they'll go through the security checkpoint, and there'll be someone there to refer them to the fourth floor, is primarily where the criminal portion is going to be taking place, where the court portion is. And vendors will be placed throughout the courthouse, so they'll be directed to the appropriate service provider depending on what they need.
And as usual, if you missed all that information, you can go to our Facebook page. Well, you'll want to stick around because you'll want to check your fridge to see if your cheese has been recalled. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. You'll want to check your fridge after you watch this report. The FDA is recalling shredded cheese in a dozen states. Nevada is one of them. Haley Grabby reports.
The FDA is warning customers across the country to check their refrigerators after an Ohio-based company issued a major recall of several shredded cheese products. The recall affects cheese distributed to dozens of states, including Alabama, Arizona, Nevada, California, Colorado, and so much more. The products were sold at major retailers, including Walmart, Target, Aldi, and other supermarkets nationwide. Officials say the recall was issued after possible metal fragments were found in the cheese. Consuming these products could cause serious injury. Customers who purchase the affected cheese are urged not to eat it and to return it to their local store for a full refund. Cache Valley Creamery, including their shredded cheese, and 6 Cheese Italian finely shredded pizza. Additional brands impacted include Chestnut Hill Fancy shredded cheese and several others. Consumers are encouraged to check their refrigerators immediately and follow all recall instructions to protect their health.
Well, I'm not sure I need that much dairy in my life anyways. Till the ballpark is ready, fans can check out the new A's Ballpark Experience Center. Mikey has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Pavel Dorofeev and Shea Theodore scored in a shootout Tuesday night to make Golden Knights goalie Carter Hart's long-awaited debut a success, giving Vegas a 4-3 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. Up next for the Golden Knights, a Friday visit to the New Jersey Devils kick off a 5-game trip against Eastern Conference teams, also known as the tour where everyone's body clock gets confused. Meanwhile, in Las Vegas, the former Tropicana Hotel and Casino site is being transformed into a ballpark that will become the home of the Las Vegas A's, expected to debut in 2028. Construction continues, but until the ballpark is ready, fans can check out the new A's Ballpark Experience Center.
We can take you into the ballpark. We can take you out of the ballpark. We can fly you over Vegas to show you the location of the ballpark and the wider region. We can take you into your specific suite, club, and even seat.
When you bring 3, 4, 8 people into the room and there's still room for people to walk around and look around and see different vantage points, that's a pretty special experience. I've been in a lot of experience centers over the last 15, 20 years. Nothing comes close to that.
When it comes to the premium elements that we're building, this is going to be the ticket that no one wants to miss out on, not just to celebrate baseball and to celebrate the nostalgia for it, but to really get something brand new in the city, the shiny star on the edge of the strip.
In a city of visual spectacle, in a city that kind of demands cutting-edge technology, what a better place to land an idea like the Cube? And what better brand to do it with than the A's, who are building this incredible ballpark here. So we can show those important storylines through the Cube in a very immersive and engaging way.
And now to Pahrump. On Tuesday, December 2nd, the Pahrump Valley varsity girls flag football team played their first ever game. The team lost to Doral Academy Red Rock by a score of 0-55. Our next game is December 8th at Chaparral High School. Go Trojans! And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Coming up, you've been waiting for it. Another tip, a quick tutorial on the computer from Josh Osborne. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Josh Osborne from Great Computer Deals is here with another great quick tutorial to keep you and your devices safe online. Today's segment is in the form of a game show, and you are the contestant.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals, and it's time for a very special edition of Quick Tutorial, Game Show Edition. You guys ready? Here's how this works. We're gonna give you guys a series of 5 questions, 1 question each video. And these questions are true or false. And all the questions that we're asking are discussing topics that we've covered in previous quick tutorials. So we're testing you guys. Don't let me down. You ready to play? Let's get going. True or false? And question number 1. Online scammers can take control over your computer at any time, which is why you need a good antivirus. True or false? The correct answer? It is false. The truth is, these scammers are not really good hackers. They're not Russian hackers like you see in the movies. They're usually people in foreign countries living in poverty that have been trained to have a silver tongue to convince you to help them steal money from you. So they do not have the ability to just hack into your computer and take control without your permission. They need your help, which is why they always want to do something when they talk to you on the phone or pop up on your computer screen. They want you to give them access to remote into the computer. Why? Because they can't do it on their own. So again, nothing wrong with having a good antivirus on your computer. You want that, but that's not the be-all, end-all. In most cases, you need to have good old common sense. Anyway, that is question number 1. Hope you got it right. We'll catch you guys on the next Quick Tutorial Game Show Edition.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner and Rowe weather cam looking out from the News 25 studios here in Pahrump. And it's been windy, to say the least. That took my little dog out to take care of his business, and you've got to hold on to the poor guy. We haven't had this kind of wind in quite a while. 30 miles an hour winds. Will it continue? The forecast up in a bit.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo, giving you your weather forecast from the desk. And I don't know if you want to find out about some of these low temps. Fernley hit 44 today, 23 tonight. Fallon, hang on, folks, 45 for a high. They are going down in the teens, 18 degrees tonight. Carson City is 42, 21 for low. Tonopah, 40. Well, just when you've seen it all, they're going down to 17 degrees tonight. Goldfield is mining, 40 degrees, 18 for low. Beatty, it's definitely not 80, it's 54. Magosa, 59. Las Vegas, whoa, high temp of 57. Death Valley, 69, low of 46. Your temperature right now in the paradise of Pahrump, 50 degrees. The sun rose this morning, about 6:38. And the humidity was at 32% today. The wind's really picking up today, but they were at north-northeasterly direction, 9 miles an hour. We had gusts up to 30 miles an hour, and the high was 56 degrees today. Like I said, your temperature currently 50 degrees, and your sun setting about the same time every night these days, 4:30 in the afternoon, 47% humidity. The winds tonight dropping down just a little bit, 7 miles an hour. East-northeasterly direction. Your low tonight, 33 degrees, and the further north you get, like you just saw, it's going to be much colder. Tomorrow, it is, abundant sunshine. It'll help things warm up. 56 Friday, 62, Saturday, 65, 66 on Sunday, Monday, 66, Tuesday, 67, Wednesday, 69. We're in the 40s. You see a little bit of a trend happening there now. We're going to be in the 60s. Some places may touch 70, but if you are in our viewing audience and listening audience, places like Tonopah and, well, in the high desert especially, you've got some temperatures in the teens. So, like we always say here, you want to maybe cover the plumbing and the plants because it's that time of the season. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, make it a great night.